Okay, peer pressure. I like the color of this image. I like the lines, but I'm not getting the peer pressure. You see the peer. It's a nice art piece, but I don't think it would do very well in competition.
The verticals are not straight, and it's over technique. We all do this kind of thing, and it's fun to do. And if it were hanging in a bank somewhere, they would enjoy it. But we're talking about PPA competition, and then your line around it, the matting itself, again, does not work in this style of competition, in our opinion.
76. Winter Serenity.
What I'm seeing in front of me, I want to go real high on, and then I have to go and start picking and pulling and choosing everything. The initial impact is there. The application that you've put on there would start to come to the surface, so it's somewhat irritating in the sense that it's bothersome. The branch that goes to across the bottom, the rear branch on that, and I'm not big on pruning when I'm out doing this type of thing, but that's a branch that now to survive this session. I would have taken it out of the way. But it also looks like it's back focused because the house that's in the background, it has a lot of contrast and it comes forward. So whatever application that you put on it, I would cut it back at least 50%. But I think you're heading in the right direction. And then you get rid of your mat again.
Yeah, because the effect, the trees in the foreground, which would normally be backlit because the sun is behind them, are brighter than anything in the subject itself. So that definitely bothers me. And if you find a way to work on this, whatever that is on the bridge hanging there may be able to be removed with some cloning and different things, or taken down. But all I see as I look at it is that yellow box on that bridge. Again, what Tom said, the impact is great, and then we start looking at it and we start picking it apart. You don't want the judges to do that.
77. Sunfire and Ice. $75.
I would take out the sun right at the horizon line, let the very start of the sun where the yellow is, and bring it down to the bottom underneath. And if you take that out, you have these great colors that are coming out, which I enjoy.
I think you take out most of the shoreline also on the bottom.
Yeah, and then I'd flip the image to the right where you have the peak at the point of the ice on the right-hand side. Right then.
Wheat Fields Forever.
I would like
75.
to have a higher camera angle. I have literally carried a ladder, a step ladder with me for 35 plus years in my vehicle, and for that particular reason. And if you're going to plan this out, this could be on the edge of the field. Drive your car in a ditch and climb up on top of it. All I can do is give you a ticket. But you have the image. The horizon line going through the back of the head is absolutely ruins. The spontaneity, the love and feeling for each other is there. The color coordination, even though it's prints, is there. You just missed a little bit.
I agree.
75. Johnny.
I think cropping this in on a square crop, even going in tighter on its forehead. One of the issues I see is the focus on the back eye is not sharp. And when you're using a shallow depth of field, I think you have to take the time and double check it each time, because you're gonna ruin the image. For mom and dad, they're gonna absolutely love this. For print competition, you're not gonna go anywhere with it.
Said.
That was 75. Kiss me.
I like the emotion that's coming from the couple. That bright spot in that upper left corner, just really, it keeps taking my eye up and out. Yeah, definitely you could crop that square and come into them. I'm not a big fan of the magenta cast to everything. But you definitely have something with some emotion to work with.
And the posing of the hands also need to be addressed. His hands could be on her hips, pointing straight down to the ground. I would take care of those issues. And she could bring her hands either back a little bit, hide underneath the elbows, or almost up into his armpits.
And I agree.
77. Future farmer. $77.
I like the saturation of this image. He's a cute, cute little boy. The title fits. I don't like seeing the bottom of those shoes facing right at the camera, and those lines are sloping downhill. You need to straighten that up.
Key line you need to be tied in with either with jeans or with the color in the shirt. And then that background, it's a brick building. It's very distracting. Move them away from them so it goes out of focus a little bit more, or in this case, you're going to have to try to knock that building down with a focus of some kind.
I want to address these shoes. You could actually take the spots out on the shoe, and it wouldn't be quite as distracting. Those little spots really draw, or bring the grass up further. Just comb the grass and bring some grass up in front of it.
That was 77. When it's right.
Yeah. I really enjoy this image. The only thing I'm sad about, because I really like it, is it's not sharp. Whatever focus point you're on with them, it is just shy of that, and that will not work. in competition because it's too strong of an image to be unless they're saying on long. Is it in focus?
No, it is not. One of the things that I love about the image is one, that you're taking the time to do it in the backlighting. You did everything in the right order, except you didn't get them in focus. And bring a huge flashlight out there and focus on them. Lock your camera in on a tripod. Lock them in on focus. Make sure that you want the focus is where you want it, and then take it on, push it over on the manual so it doesn't move when you take the picture. And you're going to have to play with that light in the background, because that flare cutting through its face ruins it. So you're going to have to take 20 of them to get the right one. The log that is sticking up in the right side needs to be addressed. That needs to be either knocked down completely or taken out of it completely. You're heading in the right direction.
78. Secrets.
What is in front of us, the tonality I don't care for. The bench is so dominant that that's what you're seeing, and the white bridge in the background is, you go from the bench in front all the way to the background, and then once you get through with those, then you can get back to the girls, and that's where you need to be. So I don't know if you can crop in or whether everything is tighter than this particular image, but as is, I would not enter the top.
The only thing that you could do to do anything with it, and it's not going to improve it in that much, is to flip the image again where they're in the upper right. But it's all those things that Tom said are definitely all.
Okay, again, that was 77. Field of Dreams.
First impact, I like what's in front of me. Some of the things that I would address, the highlights, the flares from the light on the right. There's 3 of them in a row. I would take all 3 of those out. The highlight on the left from the sun that looks like a meteorite shooting up into the sky, I would take that out completely. And then just in the future, turning that foot out to the left a little bit and bending that knee a little bit will give you more of a feminine pose on her. She's an athlete, so she's going to struggle with that a little bit and help them as much as they can. And then the back of that fist, where it's on her thigh, again, bring that down and bend that wrist a little bit, and it's going to make me a lot happier. I like the lighting on her face and on the body.
I couldn't say it better.
It makes her look more masculine instead of she's wearing this really pretty pink dress and supposed to be very feminine, but she's in almost with the clenched fist, and it's too masculine for her.
That knee coming straight at us, that's what Tom's trying to say, is not effective on that young lady, and that toe doesn't turn out. That's it.
77.
Whoa! 8 o'clock.